Hello everyone. In this video tutorial, we will talk about the data grid, discuss filtering, and the action settings group. Let's simulate a situation where we need to add functionality to our application to filter the data grid by the name of a product. What do we need to do for this? First, we need to return to our object model and set the query property for each field. Let's do this. What does the query do? The query determines whether the field can be used in queries. Now, when we open the DataGrid settings again, we will see that we have the ability to add static and dynamic filters. Let's start by going back to the object model and adding a new property that we will use for filtering. We will name it for filter. In the title filter, we will specify filter by name. We will make it query and a virtual property. The property type will remain as a string because our code has a string type. Click on the cross icon and save. So now we can set up dynamic filtering in the DataGrid settings. First, we will select what to filter. In our case, it's product name field. Then, select the image mode contains and select the filter by filter. Press OK button. The only thing we forgot is to move the filter field, which we will use to filter our data grid, to the working area. Let's do it now. Click the Save button, ready to publish, and go to Publication menu and publish our component. After that, we return to the workspace, refresh our page. We see that the filter by name has appeared. Let's try filtering by paintbrush and press Enter. Great, I'll clear the filter. Press Enter again. We see that the grid has returned to its original state. Let's try entering only part of the name paint, and again, paintbrush appears. Why does this happen? Because in the filter settings, we choose the image mode contains. If we had specified equals, the filtering would only occur if the field and value completely matched. We have built a dynamic filter for our data grid. What about static filtering? The principle is similar. The difference is that dynamic filtering allows that agree to be filtered based on user actions, while static filtering is set during the application development process. Let's return to the studio and add a new field called isExist. This property will have a Boolean type and also be a query. Let's call it isExist. This field will contain information through false about whether a product is in stock. Now configure the data grid for static filtering. Set isExist equals true. meaning the product is in stock. After saving, the data grid will show only the products in stock and ignore the ones that are not. Let's remove the settings and continue. Next, let's move on to the Actions Settings group and demonstrate the work on the next functionality. Recall how editing records worked in our application. We entered the product number, primary key, then the name and price to change them. This didn't look very neat. We want to have a separate form and eliminate manual entry of the product number. The Action Setting group provides such functionality. We can click on a record and manipulate it. Return to the Actions Setting group. We have a common type that contains two types: Open Application and Edit Records. Edit Records allows manipulating the records in the data grid within the current components, while Open Application allows calling an external component. Let's choose Open Application, but first create a new component to call. We need two properties. Product name, property type will remain string. Second one will be product price, also few in the title field. Query in the property type will be integer. Now we need to prepare the working area. First, move the panel, save, move the fields, change orientation type to vertical. Add the button. Create the product number field containing the product number as in the main component. Property type will be integer. Begin save. Move the product number to our workspace and make it disabled. This will be the product number that users can change. Now we can call the Dataflow editor. The first step will be Get Action Model. Second one, execute the flow step, which is calling an external data flow from another component. Let's configure it. Also step, component, first application and data flow from this component. Second the flow and save the result in dated product. And then map the fields. Product name, data product name, product price, data product price, and product number, data product number. And the last step of the data flow is the write response. Also, configure it. Also step, and let's rename our data flow. Let's call it Update Info. And click the Save button. Now go to Settings and let's call our components Updates Products. Choose our domain, and we need to link the button to the Dataflow update info. Actions, common type execute Dataflow, and our Dataflow alt update info. Let's also rename our button. Edit. Now we can save our components. Make it as ready to publish. And go to our DataGrid settings. Just application. So go to the Actions group. Choose the common type Open Application. Choose the components Update Products and its page. Let's also view in the action parameters. Choose our product name, product price, and product number. Press OK. Then click the Save button, Ready to Publish, and go to Publication menu. Choose both of our components. Click Publish and go to our workplace. And then we will refresh the page. Let's try to click on a record in the DataGrid. It will redirect us to the Edit form, where we can change the name and price. Let's try it. Let it be featured in Product Price, and so click Edit. Go to the main component page and see that change saved.